Could Oceania Cruises be the perfect cruise line for you? Let's talk about it. Hey everyone, John here from Byte Cruises. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking Oceania Cruise Line. So very quietly at the beginning of this year, Oceania did something very interesting. They decided to go adults only. I wish more cruise lines would do this. They're now 18 and up. I don't wish all the cruise lines would do this. I think it's awesome to have kids on a cruise. I think kids add an amazing energy to cruises. I just think that there are certain brands that lend themselves a little more to adults only, and they should lean into that instead of having 20 or 30 kids on board, where it then becomes maybe not the best experience for the kids or the adults. But today, let's talk about Oceania and why I think you might be sleeping on an amazing cruise adventure. So if you are new to Oceania Cruise Lines, as we mentioned, they are now 18 plus. They are owned by Norwegian Cruise Line, as well as Regent Cruise Lines and NCL there. So let's talk a little bit about the cruise line itself, what you get, what's included, and why this might be a better deal than you think. First up, specialty dining is included. So you have some restaurants here, the Polo Grill, which is your steakhouse. You have Toscana, the Italian restaurant. Red Ginger, Asian. Jacques, which is Jacques Pepin's French restaurant. The Aquamar Kitchen. No cover charges on any of these. Think about it, if you love food, if you go on Royal Caribbean or Celebrity, you're going to pay $50 to $90 per person for specialty dining, somewhere in that range. But it's an additional cost to your cruise. So if you pay maybe $3,000 or $4,000 for your cruise, you start adding in specialty dining, you're gonna add hundreds more dollars there. If you do 3 or 4 here, you don't have to worry about that. Your specialty dining is included in your cruise fare, which is very nice. Food is a big reason that people travel on Oceania. It's one of the biggest reasons, along with service, which we'll talk about in a few minutes. But Oceania has built its identity on cuisine. Jacques Pepin was the founding executive culinary director, and the restaurant on Allure, which we mentioned, Jacques, carries his name. They were ranked number 3 in the U.S. News Best Cruise Line for dining. They have 250 plus gourmet vegan dishes now on the menu across the fleet. I think this is really important. If you have specific dietary needs, or you're a foodie and you don't want to get left out just because you eat vegan or vegetarian, it's really good. Plus, keep in mind, fewer guests on board, fewer meals to be prepared, everything cooked to order, and the food comes out a little bit better, in my opinion. It's going to be a little bit higher level food service than you would get on a 6,000, 7,000 passenger ship. I love the food on the larger cruise lines, Norwegian, Celebrity, Royal Caribbean, MSC, all of these. But when you have a small amount of people on board a ship, it's much easier to control different things like temperature, quality, those type of things. Listen, number 2 reason to go on Oceania, your gratuities are also included. So you have specialty dining included, gratuities included. There's no daily service charge. It is included in your cruise fare. Are you free to tip on top of that? Absolutely, right? You can do that, but in a time where we keep seeing increases in gratuities, and we saw Virgin, which had gratuities included in the cruise fare, pull back from that a little bit and take them out and separate it as a separate fare or a line item on your cruise. It is nice to see that Oceania still includes your gratuities. Few other things we want to keep in mind here. Unlimited Wi-Fi included in your cruise fare. 2 guests or devices per stateroom. Free laundry for all guests. Sounds like it's not a big deal, but if you're on a 10 or 14 night cruise, you don't have to pack as much. If you have free laundry, you could do all of those things, and it's great. More things are included. Specialty coffees, sodas, cold pressed juices, still and sparkling water, all included in your cruise fare. So what we're seeing here is the movement away from nickel and diming, the upcharging. It is more of an all-inclusive fare. You get on board the ship, they want you to enjoy the experience, enjoy the service, enjoy the food and the drinks without having to stress about it. Now with the Your World, you get a specific option here. With Your World included, you can pick your drinks. So if you would like to do drinks for lunch and dinner, which is just going to give you wine and beer. But this is still a really nice inclusion for lunch and dinner. Look, if you are big on cocktails and different things, that's great. Those are going to cost you a little bit extra. But wine and beer by the glass at lunch and dinner, you can get included, or you could do a framed included shore excursion credit for X amount of dollars. So you can cut back on the amount of money you spend on excursions. So this is great. This is a really great option for you. I think it's really, really important that you can get on board. If you are a wine and beer drinker, you're still moving towards all-inclusive. That's a great reason to sail on this cruise line, just that alone. Again, we talked about it, 18 plus, effective January of 2026. Pre-existing bookings, of course, are going to be honored, so there may be some kids on there you might see for the next year or two. But after that, you are good to go. There is no adult-only deck. It is the entire cruise ship. So if you think about this, really, when we look at ships and cruise lines like Oceania, Virgin now, and there's a differentiator there, right? Virgin's still more of a contemporary standard cruise line. Oceania is a little more of a luxury brand. But when you start moving into the luxury brands and the longer cruises, you're going to see so many more older adults anyway. You know, not everyone has enough vacation time to go on a 14 or 21, 30-day cruise, right? So those are generally going to skew older anyway. But allowing it to be adults only really allows this concept to breathe a little bit more, which I think is a big deal. I talk about it on Celebrity all the time. People take their kids on Celebrity. They have a great time. We were on Celebrity Beyond. There were kids on board. It doesn't affect my cruise. It's not like it's a bad experience. And like I said, when I'm on Royal or NCL, MSC, I love that there are kids on board. I think it adds energy to the cruise ship. And there are tons of fun things for kids to do, like water slides and video games and all these different things. But as we get into more of the luxury brands or the more adult-focused ones, there aren't really things for kids to do. And then I think it becomes more of a bad experience for the kids, bad experience for the adults. So I like that. Next up, here's another reason to sail in Oceania: smaller ships. You can get into ports that big ships cannot get into. This is really going to become a factor as the, size race continues to go up with Icon class ships. NCL's putting out bigger ships now. MSC is putting out giant ships now. So as we get to this range where I would really like to go to the Galapagos or to the Antarctic or these different small ports, they're not going to accept these larger cruise ships. So you're going to have to move into a more luxury brand to do that. These ships have about between 600 and 1,200 passengers. That's amazing. The crew to guest ratio is fantastic. So you're going to get amazing, amazing service. This also means that when you get to these smaller ports, some of them are tender ports. Imagine going to a tender port, which we've all done, on a giant ship like Oasis or Icon. You're going to wait hours sometimes to get off of the ship to get into port. Here, there's only a few hundred people. It really does cut down the time to do that. And embarkation, disembarkation, all of those things take way less time because there aren't as many people there and you have so much more staff to end user guests. You're going to have more destination heavy itineraries with overnights in ports. Overnights in ports are one of the most amazing things in cruising. The inability to stay overnight is a big reason a lot of people don't enjoy cruising. So having these more ports, overnights, is a huge reason to try out these. And their new ships like Vista and Allura are really, really beautiful. Allura just came out recently. Vista came out in 2023 with only 1,200 guests, which is very, very, very nice. And then look, you can go on cheaper cruises, right? You could go on Norwegian, Celebrity, Royal Caribbean. All those are going to have a lower entry price. But when you talk about having your food, your Wi-Fi, your laundry, your gratuities, and beer and wine included, it's going to make it really, really advantageous and a little bit closer to the price that you're paying anyway. And if you really enjoy luxury. There are some people, I really enjoy having a lot of things to do on a ship. So now let's talk about two reasons why I think Oceania might not be for you. One, you're traveling with your kids or your grandkids. It's automatically out. You can't take them. So that's going to eliminate you right away, and that's completely fine. I enjoy it when brands know who they are, they know who their audience is, and they're completely okay with it. Next up, let's talk about people who want a ton of things to do. I like having a ton of things to do, whether it's crafts or entertainment or trivia or dancing or aqua theater shows, Broadway shows, all of these different things. You're not going to find all those things on board of cruise lines like Oceania. You're going to have very limited nightlife experiences. You're going to have some talks during the day. You're going to have a little bit of dancing in the evening, a performer in the evening, but things are going to be a little quieter. So if you're looking for more high energy, upscale things to do, tons of things going on all day, Oceania is obviously not going to be for you. So look, it's going to be adults only. It's going to be very different from Virgin. So you have different options here if you are looking for an adults only cruise line. But if you're looking for something a little more luxurious, where you're getting a lot of bang for your buck, you should think about Oceania Cruises. If you need any help at all looking at any cruise vacation, please shoot me an email at jp@bitesizecruises.com. We are a travel agency. We do all the homework on cruising here so that you don't have to. Thank you so much for watching today. Have a wonderful, wonderful day and happy cruising. Bye.